all the videos that you guys send in and you tag us in, I have to be honest, I am absolutely sick of seeing you guys not doing these simple cues to get more out of your bench press. The bench press seems like a very simple lift, and it is. You lay down flat on your back, you pull the bar out, you do a rep, bada bing, bada boom, you do the rep, right? So why am I getting flustered watching a lot of the technique that goes on in the world of Instagrams and even the TikToks now, because that's the latest and greatest thing? Because I'm noticing a lot of continuations of trends and continuations of technique flaws that are leaving you guys absolutely so many pounds on PRs and pounds on the platform that I know you guys can do, and I want to see everybody do better. So a couple things about the bench press first and foremost. If you're not tight with a bench press, your lats, your core, your legs, everything, if it's not tight, I refer to that as shooting a cannon out of a canoe. All of that force you're trying to generate into that bar and into that weight that you have loaded is not going to move as efficiently as it could. So it all starts with the setup and the unrack, and that's what we're going to be jumping into today, and I'm going to show you a couple tips that I know will help benefit your bench press specifically. First and foremost, the setup. Depending on how tall you are, depending on your limb length and all of that, we want to make sure that we're in a position that we can create the most force and tension in our body, right? So when we're laying on the bench, you'll see people tuck their legs underneath. You'll see their people kind of pressing their legs forward. I'm a big proponent of whatever can keep your butt on the bench and whatever can keep you in a position where your federation deems it as a legal bench, do that. For most people, most of the time, getting your feet right under your knees and thinking about driving your shoulder blades into the pad is going to be your best bet. So now with the unrack, a couple things we see all the time. People grabbing the bar, coming up, and trying to pack their lats with the bar in their hands. That's not what we want to do. Before we unrack the bar, we need to make sure that our lats and our scaps are packed down and back, right? So think about bringing those shoulder blades together and down. It's going to shorten your arms. You're not going to have as long arms as you normally do, but also it's going to put you in a position where it decreases that range of motion, and that's what we're looking to do. So when we're in this position, how we want to really focus in with this is we grab the bar, we lock our body in, and the first move should be to apply pressure this way on the bar. So think about dragging it out. If you notice on all of our racks here, you'll see a lot of banged up pieces of metal and scratches and dings, because when we unrack, we grab the bar, get nice and tight, everything packed, and we scrape it out of the rack. What that does is that gets your lats involved. The lats are the big muscles on your back that help stabilize that bar and help stabilize your position. The second thing I want you to focus in on is your grip, how you grip the bar and what you do with your shoulders when you're holding the bar. Back down. When you grip the bar, we want to focus in on squeezing the bar as hard as you can, especially with your pinky, right? When you grab the bar and we twist, think about, I know you can't actually rotate your shoulders out, but what we want to do is imagine twisting this bar and biasing that external rotation a little bit, again, to turn those rotator cuffs on, to get that really good bar squeeze and that really stable position that you then can bench from. So we tighten the lats, we tighten the upper back, really good strong grip. The last thing I want to see you guys really focus in on is that chest. What we did, we showcased a video from Christian Anto a couple days ago. Go check that out. I'm going to steal his cue. He was talking about bringing that chest to the bar. So if we're rotated here with our shoulders, upper back is nice and tight, lats are tight. What we now want to do is try to meet that bar with our chest. So it's going to feel kind of strange and feel kind of wonky, but the idea is you want to pull yourself into position and pull yourself into that bar. So a great way to work on bringing that chest or that belly to the bar is to use a floor press. Here at Elite FTS, we don't do floor presses. We bring the floor up to us. So all you need to do is set this up in a normal rack and lay on the floor. And I'm going to demonstrate a really good way and a really good technique and training tool that you can use to kind of work on that. So normal floor press kind of looks something like this, right? Unrack the bar, tap the elbows and go, right? But what we want to focus in on is trying to bring that chest up to the bar. So as you can see, there's a few inches here, and my goal here is, if I'm going to be trying to work on that technique, is pulling that bar in and bringing that chest all the way to the bar. Oh boy. And I promise, if you work on that, you're gonna notice that carry over to a regular bench as well. So what I want to showcase now is an example of an exercise you can do as a warm-up to kind of get that feeling of pulling that bar out. Let's go over the cable stack and I'll show you. All right guys, so we're here at the cable stack machine, and you can do this exercise at any commercial gym where you have a cable stack and a regular straight lat pull down bar. What I am going to demonstrate with is a tsunami bar, so you can see what the bar does and what you should be emphasizing when you're doing this movement. Grab your bench grip just about bench width, and what I want you to feel is kind of bias that bend in the bar, keeping your chest nice and tall, and straight arm pull down right into yourself. So keeping that bend in the bar the whole time, right? So obviously you won't have this, well, if you have this bendy bar, that's awesome. If not, you can find it on elitefts.com. But this is what you want to be trying to do with every single rep. Keeping that bend in the bar, feeling those lats engage, straight arm pull down as a great way to warm up or actually build your ability to get into that position. And if you don't have a cable stack machine handy, simply grab one of these mini bands or another band that we have at elitefts.com and do the same thing, keeping those arms out just about bench width, pulling straight into your body. So there you guys have it, a couple tips that I want to see everybody that tags us in anything bench related on Elite FTS to be doing. Very simple tips, very simple execution, just had a stroke. Very simple tips and very simple things that you can work on in your training, in your main movements, in your accessories, that'll help you get a bigger, stronger bench and be more efficient for your contest, for your competition, whatever you want to do. So guys, thank you very much for checking out this video. On behalf of myself, Jacob behind the camera, and that loud ass fan in the back that just loves kicking on when we're doing these things, we hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you in the next one.